Hello everyone, you are watching Average Joe Video. I am Joe, and today I am going to give you a complete maintenance tutorial on the Kubota BX23S. Now, this procedure is going to be very similar on all of the BX series, specifically the BX80 series. You just want to make sure you verify the capacities for your particular model. So we are going to go through everything from start to finish of the maintenance procedure that I'm going through this spring. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Okay, the first thing I want to mention is that I actually have the tractor on 2 sets of Black Widow ramps. You can find these on Amazon. I will leave a link in the description below. I am an Amazon affiliate, so I do make a small commission on qualifying purchases. Thank you in advance for your help in using those links. It definitely helps out the channel. I'm also going to leave links for other things that are used throughout the video. That way, if you're interested in purchasing them, you can go right to them. You don't have to do any searching. So I decided to elevate the tractor just to make things easier to get under. It can be very tight. I feel like this is the easiest way, at least for me, to access the fuel filters as well. And we're going to go through that entire process. Okay, so we are going to begin with the engine oil change. And we're going to start that process by simply warming up the engine. Okay, the next step in the oil change process is to remove the drain plug. And for this step, you're going to need a 14mm socket. In this case, I'm just using a deep well socket, but I actually have a set of drain plug sockets. I picked up this Cobalt set at Lowe's, very cheap. It was on clearance. And this particular set includes only metric sizes, but the sockets have a magnet in them to prevent the drain plug from falling into the oil drain pan. So it is very helpful. I'm going to switch over to that. I always forget that I have these. So I'm going to go ahead and use that to remove the drain plug the rest of the way. And it is super convenient because there is a disc on there that's part of the socket that allows you to just easily turn the drain plug out the rest of the way. That's not only a time saver, but again, it's going to keep the drain plug from falling into the oil drain pan. This would be a great time to consider subscribing to the channel and give this video a thumbs up if you're interested in more Kubota BX maintenance videos like this one. Now you can see that the oil is not draining with a continuous flow, and that is because of the vacuum that has been created. So you can actually fix this by simply removing the dipstick. Once you remove the dipstick, as you can see, the oil will flow continuously and it will drain a lot more quickly. One other thing I want to mention is this oil has just under 50 hours on it. Anytime you are changing oil on a diesel, diesels are notorious for having oil that gets black right away. It does not take long after a fresh oil change for the oil to appear black like it is in this video. This does not mean that I neglected this oil by any means. It's just the nature of a diesel. Okay, now it's time to go ahead and put the drain plug back in. Okay, I like to thread the drain bolt in by hand just to avoid cross-threading it. Remember, if you cross-thread it, you're going to have to replace the entire oil pan, so be very careful with that. Once I have it threaded in by hand, then I'm going to use the 14mm socket wrench and I'm going to snug up the drain plug. Be careful, make sure you do not over tighten it, you don't need much. Now it's time to remove the oil filter, and you can see that I am using an oil filter cap wrench. I only use a cap wrench because I can put the extension on it, and this avoids basically busting my knuckles off of everything that surrounds it. So you can see once I spin that loose, then I can go ahead and remove the oil filter by hand the rest of the way. And then it is time to go ahead and prep the new filter and install it. Okay, next I'm going to take a rag and wipe the surface clean. You do want to double check and make sure that there is no gasket material that is still stuck to the engine. It is possible that that gasket can stick, and if you don't pay attention to that, you will have 2 gaskets and you will have a leak. Okay, now I'm going to spread a thin film of oil on the gasket. Make sure that you are using engine oil and not hydraulic oil. Now it's time to spin on the new filter. So once I have the filter threaded on and it makes contact with the engine surface, Kubota recommends that you rotate it an additional 1/2 turn. You do not want to use a filter wrench. Avoid over tightening this because it will tighten up, and then when you go to remove it the next time, it'll be very difficult to remove it. You're also going to notice that I wrote the hours as well as the date on the filter. That's always a great idea. That way, if there's ever a question as to when you last performed maintenance, you can simply look at the oil filter to know when you did that oil change and filter change. Next, it is time to fill the engine with oil. The first thing I'm going to do is wipe the area surrounding the fill cap. It's always a good idea to do that so that you don't accidentally knock debris down into the engine. So I always make it a practice to wipe the area surrounding the fill cap thoroughly, and then I can go ahead and remove the fill cap and fill the engine with oil. Okay, the oil that we're going to be using today is Kubota 15W40. It is not necessary to purchase OEM oil. I purchased this oil because I was already purchasing the hydraulic fluid from the dealership, so it was just convenient to pick this up at the same time. Definitely you want to check with your local Kubota dealer and see what oil weight is recommended. In my area, typically everybody runs 15W40 in their Kubota diesel engine all year round. Obviously that is going to vary based on the climate in your area and also based on personal preference. Okay, now I'm going to remove the fill cap. And then I noticed that there is a little bit of debris around the fill area, so notice that I'm wiping that clean. Just make sure that you're not knocking any debris into the engine. So you can see that I'm actually pulling the rag away from the hole there. And now I'm going to add 3 quarts of oil. I'm going to save you the time of watching me dump 3 quarts in. I did struggle a little bit because I could not find my larger funnel. So I had to balance the funnel and be careful not to overflow it with oil. But a longer funnel is definitely necessary for this process. Okay, after adding 3 quarts of oil, we're going to check the level. Always remember that you need to remove the dipstick and wipe it off and then reinsert it. And in this case, you can see that the oil level is up to the max fill dot. Obviously, it's a little tough to see because it's brand new oil, but that's the marking that it is up to. We're going to go ahead and start the engine, run it for a few seconds, and then recheck the level. Obviously, we're going to have to top it off because oil is going to be absorbed into the new oil filter that we just installed. Okay, so it's time to go ahead and recheck the oil level. Remember, you always want to wipe the dipstick and then reinsert it when you're checking the oil level. So as you can see here, the oil level did drop a little bit. You can see that the dot is there for the max and we are below that. So we're going to go ahead and top it off and we should be good to go. Okay, so I went ahead and added 0.3 quarts. We're going to go ahead and check it again now. I should mention that the owner's manual states the capacity at 3.3 quarts and the workshop manual states the capacity at 3.49 quarts. As you can see, adding 0.3 quarts, it actually is perfect. It's right at the max fill. So I'm going to go ahead and call this done. And that is how you change oil in a Kubota BX80 series. Just make sure that you verify the capacities for your particular model. And finally, thank you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel.